Thank you for watching our roundtable discussion. Today we're going to be talking about the Bucks versus the Chiefs, Michael Jordan versus LeBron, and Deshaun Watson potentially going to the Panthers. So for the Bucks versus the Chiefs, what do you think about that matchup?
I think it's gonna be a really good game. Honestly, I think it's gonna come down to the Buccaneers defense because we know that Patrick Mahomes and their offense is gonna put up points. So it's gonna come down to whether or not they can stop them.
Yeah, and I think the Bucks definitely have a shot though because their receiving line is the best in the NFL, or one of the best in the NFL. Probably second would be the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs also have a very great receiving line with Tyreek Hill, uh, and tight end Travis Kelce.
hmm
Oh,
it's gonna be a really high scoring game. I think it's
yeah,
just down to who probably gets the ball last. Honestly,
yeah, and I also heard that some people are saying that if this is the only chance for Patrick Mahomes to prove that he's better than Tom Brady, but I don't know if that's completely true because I don't think one game could decide that, especially when Tom Brady's been in the NFL for years and years and years, and Patrick Mahomes only had a couple years to play. So I don't know. I heard that discussion a couple days ago. I don't think that's completely true.
yeah, I think that it's gonna take time before you can start to compare the two. I mean, obviously they're two great quarterbacks, but
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes is in his third season and Tom Brady is 43 years old. So
yeah. He's definitely had more time to mature.
for sure.
So what do you think about Deshaun Watson potentially going to the Panthers?
I mean, I love it. I think the Panthers could really use him. I
Yeah,
mean, Teddy Bridgewater, he was fine. I wasn't too pleased with his performance, especially in the late game. There was several games where we had the ball and a chance to win it, and we couldn't capitalize. And I think that Deshaun Watson and Christian McCaffrey could get that done because Christian McCaffrey will be back next year. I think it'd be a good fit. I would love to see him in Carolina, but it's just gonna come down to where he wants to go. What do you think?
yeah. I think that we definitely need a good quarterback because Teddy Bridgewater wasn't very great, and when we put in PJ Walker, he played pretty well. I know it was a bad team, but he had an arm, and Teddy Bridgewater just really didn't. I mean, PJ Walker threw bombs. He threw it to DJ Moore like twice for deep yardage, and I think we need someone like that honestly. And Deshaun Watson is like versatile. He can throw and run.
Agree. I think that'd be a great fit, especially because the Panthers run a lot of like run pass option. So either fake it to McCaffrey and launch it down the field or keep it. And
Yeah,
I think it'd be a great fit.
yeah. And then we'll have that like deep option with DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and then McCaffrey in the backfield and to the side for like read option stuff like that. Um, yeah, I think it'd be a great fit. Honestly, we'd have a lot of threat. So, what do you think about the our next topic, Michael Jordan versus LeBron?
Honestly, I think they're a little uncomparable. I mean, you can, but we're talking skill wise. I think LeBron has him, but career wise, Jordan. It's just a completely different time. Like the NBA today is so much different than it was back then. The NBA today,
Yeah,
there's pretty much no defense. It's just launching three pointers and dunks.
yeah,
When Jordan played, it was very physical basketball, very competitive. And I just think that you can't compare them. But if I had to take one, I would probably pick Jordan.
yeah.
What do
And
you
there's
think?
a lot of factors too, like the medicine nowadays, the just the science behind all the doctors and all that stuff, making these players like very healthy. I mean,
hmm
it was still there back then, but not as much. Plus, the shoes nowadays offer a lot better support than back then. And these are things people don't even think about when they compare the two players, I feel like.
hmm
So I would say probably uncomparable, but I would pick probably Michael Jordan or LeBron if I had to.
But LeBron's not done yet. He's what 38 years
Yeah.
old, something like that, and he's still number one team in the West, putting up crazy numbers. He's like almost leading the lead in assists still. It's crazy. So,
Yeah. And also
and
another thing is that they both you can't really compare like with Tom Brady, you could say he's the GOAT just because he took a team that hasn't been in the playoffs in forever to the Super Bowl. But also there you have an argument too that he had great players around him. Like this is the best receiving line they've had in years. And you can say that same exact thing for Michael Jordan and LeBron. They both have amazing players around them. Even though they're great, they haven't no one in the past couple years has distinguished themselves and played on a bad team and just really rose up to the occasion. They've always had great players around them.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to our roundtable discussion.